I've recently been getting a lot of questions about what discs to throw or like where are some good starter sets. And this isn't the perfect solution, but as a lot of you guys know, I came back home to Denver after being on the road in a van for a while. So today I want to play 9 holes with 2 mystery boxes that you can actually get your hands on. Because since I'm back home now, I'm able to reopen my store more generally. And so we have mystery boxes, including a 2 premium disc mystery box, which has 2 premium and 1 base plastic, and a 3 premium disc mystery box, as well as a ton of other like misprints of my old runs, some old stamps from something that I like to call the vault, apparel, and even some of my old Ace discs that I'm not too sentimental about, but some of them are priced a little bit high because I might be a little sentimental. Now, all of that is over at bedanzadiscgolf.com. You can go ahead and browse, peruse it. It's honestly the best way to support me. And these used disc mystery boxes are all discs that you might have seen on the channel before. That's because most of these discs are ones that I've reviewed that I'm probably never gonna throw again. And I have no idea what are in these boxes. I literally just picked 2 random ones out because I'd already boxed them all up. It looks like in the first one we have, a Royal Rage 2, Terminal Velocity Ursus, and a X-Out Logic. So glad we have a putting putter. And since I'm kind of relaunching the whole store to you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a discount code. If I shoot 5 down, you guys get 5% off using code DAILYUPLOADS. Because today is day 2 of 365 days of daily uploads. Please subscribe, trying to hit maybe 100K by the end of daily uploads. I don't know. And that code will be good for anything on the site. Oh my God, this guy again, he just cannot stop rambling. I mean, look at all this talking. Essentially what's happening, we're playing the first 4 holes with the 2 premium disc mystery box, last 5 holes with the 3 premium disc mystery box. And for every stroke worse than 5 down, you guys get an extra 2% on the discount. Get out of it, get out of it. It's kind of a little bit more left. That's there. I think that's been high. Let's go. Looks like rain is probably going to be coming out soon too. And it's thwarted me filming like 3 times this week. So I brought out my freaking umbrella thing. And we're not going to let it happen again. Or we can go over. Yeah, over. Drop. Oh, not bad. Hey, we'll take even par. Hole 2 here, we're going into a headwind, like 280 feet. I'd say Logic, kind of straight flip up play, but I think we're gonna go Ursus on a little flex. Ooh, that one tree is in my head right now, but I'm gonna angle myself a little bit more here, flex it through the gap. Not on too much angle. Not on too much angle. You know, it is a mid into a headwind, and typically what I found is mids are not great into headwinds on my little chop over forehand. I think there's just too much flutter. Got a long putt. Stay up. I realize I just have been like stacking up so many discs for the purposes of like, oh, I'm gonna use them for future reviews. And then maybe I do like with a couple of them, but they typically just end up collecting dust on my shelves. And so for most of these discs that aren't like the super collectibles, like I had a Lozado and some other ones that I'd reviewed that actually already got sold to my Patreon because they get access early to my drops and everything. Nice pour. For like most other things, like these 3 discs are awesome discs. And for me, I like use disc pricing that are around like the $8 to $10 per disc, like half off essentially. 3 discs for $25 if you get 1 base in there, and then 3 for $30 essentially if you get all premium. I feel like are pretty fair. I know it's a mystery box, but I also tried to make it so like you can like go and play a fun round like this type of challenge with these discs if you want to. I tried to make it so that they had as many differences as possible. So if there was a fair wind distance, one's understable, one's overstable, as a general rule of thumb. This one's like 300 something. I think it plays closer to about 350, honestly. Yeah, it is stable. I'm not doing a good job selling these discs, am I? I'm thinking about like one new thing with my form that I definitely shouldn't be because I have a tournament in like 3 days. But yeah, I figured instead of just letting them rot on my shelves, if you wanted to get some, I do also have like pictures of each of like the individual discs if they are like stuff from the vault. Let's make one of these handy guys. Stay up. Let's go. Come on. That is so good. Still alive. I know the easier holes I think are coming up, but not this next one because it's another like 400 plus downhiller. 480 footer. Slightly less downhill than the first one though, which means a little more anhyzer probably. There's also a big tailwind, which will probably help. Just got to get it high because it's going to drop it. 7 speeds are not ideal for this. There is another reason for these mystery boxes that the more business savvy of you might be interested in, but I'll get to that after I ace this. A little too nose up. Shoot. Get all the way down there. Not even close. I think we've had a 60-ish foot putt on every single hole so far. So I know a lot of you guys out there are interested in creating a disc golf YouTube channel. And if you watch like YouTube in general, that's not disc golf. Honestly, I found disc golf YouTube is a little different. It would seem that since as a content creator, I have an audience who knows that I'm not loyal to any company, and that traditionally in YouTube, you get sponsorships for videos. You'd think that a lot of like disc golf companies would be willing to pay for sponsorships. And there have been a couple that have, but the majority don't seem to be. And it's hard because I want to maintain and build relationships with these companies, but I also don't want to necessarily like severely undervalue myself, which is why for the most part I don't leave links in the descriptions of my videos, because if you like a disc, you're gonna know how to go onto Google and find the disc. But if a company wants me to call to action and link to their discs, I'm open to do that, but I need to be paid for that advertising space, just like on anything else. And I think that they understand that for like a Joe Mez, but since content creators, influencers in disc golf are a little newer, they don't quite understand that as much. Or maybe they do understand and they're just not willing to do that, which is within their business plans rights, you know, like they can do whatever they want. Oh, short. Since if a company reached out for sponsorship, I would charge significantly more money than even like 10 discs cost for the manufacturer, because for them it's like $90 to $100. I still want to work with these companies and build a relationship, because down the road, maybe they want to sponsor me as like one of their players full time. And honestly, I just like making the videos, so I don't want to stop that. But doing stuff like these mystery boxes, where I'll probably put a lot of those Prodigy discs in various mystery boxes as I continue to do more throughout the course of the year, they're not clogging up my shelves. Prodigy got the video out of it. I'm able to do that completely unbiased because they didn't pay me, so I don't have to say anything about it. And I can still make a little bit of money off of it as if it was to be sponsored by selling those discs, which isn't the same. Like I would make a lot more money if I was just to get a sponsored video. But that's a little bit of the behind the scenes as to why that happens, and how disc golf is definitely a little different than like traditional YouTube media, where when I've been reached out to by other companies, mostly outside of disc golf, have been like, hey, can I send you this and pay for you to advertise it on your channel? That's typically how it goes, but disc golf's a little different now. Maybe that'll change. I hope eventually it'll change. But for now, this is kind of one of the ways that I'm trying to make up some of the potential lost income if I was to get sponsorship from a disc golf company, because right now it doesn't seem to be in their business plans, which is fine, but I'm gonna be able to sell those discs on the back end, I guess. All right, let's take a look at the next mystery box. 1 down through 4, meaning we need to get 4 of these last 5. And these are the 3 discs that we're gonna be using to do it, not including the putter, because we'll be putting with whatever putter. Ooh, first one, RPM Kotare. If you guys remember, I really like this disc. Thought about bagging it. A little too stable and flat from what I wanted. This is a Leopard 3 from my mystery box video of discs found in a lake clutch. And then speaking of Prodigy, a PA1. Hole 5 is straight ahead, 255, tailwind left to right. We could go up the gut. You know what? We'll challenge ourselves. We'll go up the gut with the PA1. The tee pads are so big. Skip up there, should be a putt. To be honest, that whole little thing about like the business side of it, I'm a little scared to put online, honestly, just because I know some of you guys who are watching this don't quite understand that, or understand like the business. You just see, hey, you're just making videos, like just be happy they're sending you free stuff. And I can understand that for sure. And I am super grateful about it. I've gotten some comments before that whenever I talk about the business side of things, they think that I'm trying to sound entitled about it, when I just am more so trying to like give people in the future who want to start disc golf channels or like make a living creating content some sort of an idea of more creative business opportunities that you have out there to actually put cash in your pocket, because discs aren't gonna put food on my table or pay for my rent, you know what I mean? But I know most of you guys do appreciate it and are interested, so I appreciate you guys, all of you, even the ones who think I'm crazy. Let's go. Your discounts are waning by the second. The one last potential contention that I'll address, and then I'll be done with it, because honestly, defending yourself too much on the internet is just useless at some point. We're gonna go Kotare, I think, by the way, 390 feet down there. It could be Leopard 3, but we'll go Kotare. Let's go. But the one thought that I can hear people have is, hey, these companies sent this disc to you for free, and now you're just selling them. Like, that's not fair to the company. On its face, I can understand that, but the companies aren't just sending these discs like out of their goodwill for me to have. They're sending it because of you guys, because you guys give me an audience that when I make videos, enough people will watch that it's worth it for them to allocate some discs to send to me, because they'll know that they'll get marketing out of it. Almost every video, at least someone comments, hey, I went and bought XYZ video, or reaches out to me about that. And so them sending those discs to me and me choosing to make a video about it is already giving them in my opinion, more than a fair market value, because I know like the rates that I would charge for a sponsorship, and it's one of the reasons why I think it's more fair that like I don't link and you guys can just go look it up, because you have the places that you typically will buy from. And so I can definitely see where you're like, hey, they send it to you for free, why don't you just give them away? One, giveaways become a little bit of a logistical nightmare, and two, I feel that the value that the company wanted, I've already given to them, and so now I just have these discs that I want to sell for cheaper than I could. Like I don't want to sell for, some used disc prices are just insane nowadays. And then I know that there's like an incremental extra value of people thinking, oh, this was in a video, now I have it. I can understand all these, and if this like turns you off from my content or the way that I'm doing things, I totally understand. Well, I kind of understand. So if you have like a serious qualm with the way I'm doing these things, please reach out to me over on Instagram and I'll respond and talk about it. We might just have a completely different opinion, which is totally fine. This next one's gonna be hard though. It's like 420 feet. And this thing is so overstable, I barely reached a 390 foot hole with it. Oh, and we're going into a headwind now instead of a tailwind, so that's a win. So high, nose down, hard. 425, baby. Ah, 280. I know I had to like juice it on some Annie. A shot like that is like super interesting because you have to balance. I need to throw it on Anheuser to get the distance because it's overstable. And it's going into a headwind, so it's gonna turn it over a little bit more. And it's right to left, which means once it gets onto that like turn, it's gonna like beat it down. So you have to find like the right height Anheuser combo and throw it hard enough that it can like still go far in the headwind. Not easy. Those are some of the things I think about throwing into the wind. And typically I will go more overstable. With that disc, it's like, I don't remember exactly how overstable it is because last time I threw it, I think it was in January. Okay, if anything, I'm thinking about, but slightly past, because, oh, I can't throw this and it's just my putting putter. I gotta throw the PA1 because I want a tailwind putt, which is on the back right side. Step. Oh, that's pretty good, I think. Nice. 2 holes, 2 birdies. I win the challenge. Hey, if you guys are interested in like this behind the scenes stuff, probably will never make like a full video about it. Just because honestly, I've seen other people make videos about being a disc golf YouTuber and they get like 1/10 of their normal views. And it's a little bit of my little trade secrets. But if you like seeing these kind of interspersed throughout some videos, I'll definitely do it a little bit more. I like talking about it. Brings us to the last disc that we have to throw today. It is this Leopard 3. So I'm pretty sure it's a little flippy. 300 feet right there. Oh, I didn't see it skip. It might have like hit some grass. I thought it was gonna be really good. Here, just because we haven't thrown it, I'm gonna throw this Logic real fast. That's good distance. It's all the way down there. All right, this is gonna be important. Really thought that skip probably hit one of these shrubs on the way in. Oh, that drop right at the last second. Whew, those are the scariest putts when out of your hand you're like, oh, it's perfect, middle of the chains, and then you just see it go and barely get over the rim. But we're 4 down. And I think the last one is a putter hole. I'll make a deal with you. If I can get to 5, say it's 5%. If I can't get to 5, 10%. I already forgot the code that I said at the beginning, but it's on the screen right now for anything. And this code is only for the first 48 hours of this video being live. I'm guessing it's gonna go live today somewhere around like 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So, and today is Wednesday, so Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Discount is done. But a lot of goodies still on there. All right, 245, straight ahead there. I kind of just want to go forehand Kotare, just like call it, but that's the Denver play. We're going the slight turn. Oh, I juiced it. That thing kind of goes. And since we didn't really get a good throw, we'll throw this, I think Calcite Ursus? The color glow one, it's really nice. Go in the bucket. That's one way to park it. Oh, we are behind the bush. From inside the circle though. So left to right. I'm glad I practiced straddle putting all the freaking time. 10% it is, baby. Dang it. Should've just pulled like that, what am I thinking? Looks like I know I need to practice some straddles just to make sure I can get them in the air for my tournament. Hope you enjoyed. Go snag 10% off anything on the website for the first 48 hours of the relaunch. Be on the lookout for more mystery boxes, more apparel, more custom stamped discs. My next custom run is already ordered, so keep your eye out for that. I'll also leave a quick little Easter egg right here in case you want the exact mystery boxes from these videos. The first person to do each of those, go watch this video. It's yesterday's. Gannon told me what I had to throw. And then someone says that I was Gannon's dad after that video, which I'm very much not. That would be weird. See you tomorrow.